theory of multiple intelligences was introduced by Howard Gardner, and he had been studying brain damage and neurological impairment in adults, and he was watching how brain injury affects what people are capable of doing. He identified 8 areas that seemed to be affected by brain injury as multiple intelligences. Educators and professionals became interested in the theory because they wanted to see what would happen when children are educated in a way that addresses each of the 8 areas of the brain, and will it affect how they perform in the world and how they produce things and solve problems. I became interested in multiple intelligence theory when I was working with special ed kids. Howard Gardner's definition of intelligence is the ability to solve a problem or create a product that matters to society. I want children to be able to solve problems creatively, so that if they're given an open-ended problem, they can address it without fear. I first identify who the team leaders are going to be, and then I work the rest of the group based on what that team leader can handle socially. The groups would stay the same and the leader would stay the same for the whole series of projects. And I think taking the leadership role is a really key thing for a lot of the kids, especially kids who have special needs. It really changes how they're viewed by their peers when they're the leader and they're making decisions and they're guiding their peers through some activities, even if it's just which activity they're going to next. Everybody gets to be a leader at some point. When you go to the Language Center, you're going to take a postcard and you're going to try to use describing words so that your partner understands and what you saw when you were looking at the postcard. So you're going to study the postcard. When you go to math, you're going to design, you're going to plan a building, and then you're going to color in 1-inch squares on the graph paper, and then you're going to build it after you plan it. So you're going to fill in all those spaces, and then you're going to build it with 1-inch squares and 1-inch tiles. Okay? When you go to art, you're going to practice making all different kinds of lines. You're going to make a heart, and then you're going to cut it into 4 pieces, and all those different lines that you can use. Can somebody name a different kind of line?
Squiggly.
Could use a squiggly line. Connor?
Zigzag.
Zigzaggy lines. Diego?
Up-down lines.
Up-down lines. When you go to music, you're thinking about different sound words. So you're going to have words and sounds that go together. And when you go to movement, you're going to study these pictures, and you're going to get all different kinds of ideas about sounds that you hear in the picture, things that might be happening in the picture. And if you were the director, Dylan, you could say, I hear crabs and lobsters, and everybody on your team would make that sound and make that motion. Okay, if you go to personal, you need to take the paper that says what you like, what you sort of like, and what you don't like very much in school. So you get to choose for yourself. You need to think about your own ideas. When you go to social, you're going to act like a scientist or an artist. And when you go to science, you're going to make your mobile. You're going to think about balance and how you can create space. You're going to look at the different things that you can put together to make a mobile. We'll have one set of projects that will last for 2 or 3 weeks while children work through all of the 8 intelligence areas.
What we're doing is we're making an observation of what we see in the picture.
Okay.
There's a river.
Good observation. Now do you pass it to Antonia?
If you look really deep into the picture, you can see houses.
What they're doing in this station is they are experimenting with line and design. So they've cut out a heart, and they've cut it into four different pieces. And each part of the heart has different forms of line. So they're experimenting and exploring line and design. Tell us what kind of